Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay guys, today I wanna show you about descriptive text for enhanced speaking skills. Okay, this is for aspect learning strategy for descriptive text. There is lecture method as a first step for students to understanding the material. The lecture method is used for teacher to explain the material about descriptive text to students. And next, there is blended method learning. There is the teachers provide media from the internet for student discussion related to descriptive text. And then there is student watching video on the website for understanding the material. And then there is trial method learning. When students read a text that have been given by the teachers, or we can call it repetition text. Then there is collaborative learning. It's for practice. Student collaborates with the text given by the teacher to describe their friends as a form of learning, assignment, and assessment material on descriptive text. Then students work in small groups for describing someone related to descriptive text for enhanced speaking skill. Okay. For the next slide, there is assessment rubric for descriptive text in speaking skills. At first, assessment aspect, there is fluency and pronunciation. Point 1, there is poor. And number 2, there is fair, and 3, acceptable. Okay, di poin pertama itu ada frequent pause, jadi beberapa kali ada jeda saat pengucapan atau membaca. Lalu kedua ada tempo of speech is very slow, jadi tempo dalam pengucapannya sangat lambat. Lalu di poin kedua itu ada fair. At first, occasional pause, and then the speech tempo is quite stable atau a little slow. Jadi untuk tempo pengucapannya sudah mulai sedikit lebih stabil, akan tetapi masih ada beberapa kali agak lambat. Lalu yang ketiga, acceptable, smooth and effortless delivery, and then the speaking tempo is consistent and natural. Jadi untuk penyampaiannya menjadi lebih halus dan mudah dipahami oleh pendengar, dan cara bicaranya, intonasinya itu sudah mulai konsisten dan lebih natural. Itu akan dapat poin ketiga. Then there is in pronunciation. In point 1, there is frequent mispronunciation. Then intonation and word stress are not appropriate, making it difficult for the listeners to understand. And then point 2, there is some mispronunciation. And then intonation and word stress are quite good, although there are still minor flaws. And the last point 3, there is clear pronunciation with minimal errors. Intonation and word stress are very appropriate, easily understood by the listener. Lalu untuk aplikasinya, kita akan menggunakan VoiceThread sebagai media aplikasi untuk pembelajaran deskriptif teks dalam pengembangan kemampuan berbicara. Oke, langsung saja ke aplikasinya. Pertama-tama kita buka aplikasinya, lalu kita masukkan PowerPoint, and then it's about descriptive text. Descriptive text is a kind of text that describe a person, place, object, or thing in detail. The goal is to help the reader or listener imagine or understand what is being described. It uses words to explain the size. Okay, there is purpose of the descriptive text. Terus kita juga bisa menambahkan beberapa komentar untuk aktivitas di dalam media ini. Bisa bentuk komentar dalam bentuk teks, dalam bentuk gambar, dalam bentuk video, dalam bentuk suara. Maka dari itu media ini cukup efektif untuk pembelajaran speaking. Kenapa? Karena kita bisa mengirimkan voice note, dan itu tidak sekali dengar tapi bisa didengar berkali-kali sebagai bentuk penilaian dari kemampuan speaking kita gitu. Untuk contohnya kita bisa mendengarkan video juga di aplikasi ini.
Lucy, did you have a great weekend?
I did, Michael. I went for holiday at Borobudur Temple.
You did? How was it?
You know, I love historic sites, right? And Borobudur is one of historical buildings in Indonesia. It is located in Magelang, central Java. Did you know that Borobudur Temple was built in the 8th and 9th centuries?
Oh yeah? Looks very interesting. Can you tell me more about Borobudur Temple?
Sure. The monument is located in the Kedu Valley. It has 3 monuments which are stages in achieving nirvana. Do you know how wide is Borobudur Temple?
I don't know, but I think it's pretty broad.
So, based on the data, the total surface area of the temple is 2,250 meters, too.
Wow. Your information is very complete, Lucy. I wish I could go there and see it.
I am sure you will have a great time. Because Borobudur Temple it's very beautiful place.
I hope so. Thank you, Lucy.
Jadi teman-teman, selain kita bisa menambahkan sebuah cuplikan video, kita juga bisa praktek membaca atau praktek speaking di dalam aplikasi ini gitu. Contohnya, kita bisa menambahkan audio dari teman-teman untuk menilai kemampuan speaking yang mereka miliki. Untuk contohnya, bisa kita dengarkan di audio berikut ini.
I have a best friend. Her name is Sarah. She is 12 years old. Sarah is tall and slim. She has long black hair and big brown eyes. Her skin is fair and she always smiles brightly. Sarah is very kind and friendly. She likes helping her friends and teachers. She is also very smart. Her favorite subject is English, and she always gets good grades. In her free time, Sarah likes drawing and reading books. She loves drawing animals, especially cats. Sometimes, she reads funny stories, and she tells me about them. I like Sarah because she is fun to be with. She is my best friend, and I feel lucky to have her.
Dengan begitu, guru mampu menilai kemampuan berbicara yang dimiliki siswa melalui voice note yang sudah diberikan oleh para siswa. Lalu guru juga bisa menambahkan berbagai macam aktivitas dalam aplikasi ini. Maka dari itu, that's all from me. Semoga video ini bisa bermanfaat untuk kita semua. Thank you for watching and see you next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.